How's it going? Welcome! Congratulations! You've made it another year to Invictus. Invictus, if you don't know, is in Star Citizen. It's an event every year where it's like a big, massive ship sale celebration of all ships in Star Citizen. And it's really cool because they have like an expo hall, like a convention center, like in real life. And you go around and you can see ships and rent them and check out some new stuff that's on the way. We've got loads coming over the next week. I'm actually kind of terrified at how much content I'm gonna have to like get out quickly over the next week, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss all the content. We've got the new Firebird, we've got a new medivac vehicle, which has some interesting implications to the game. We've got the Argo tractor. There's a few other things that we're gonna see specifically in this video, which I'm very excited about, is the Polaris, which is, this is a screenshot of it. It's a massive ship, and we get to see it in the convention center. Now, I know a lot of people have already seen it. Not me. Anyway, let's get on and have a look. Star Citizen, if you haven't been here since last year, it's kind of drastically changed. We've had a massive patch go out, which was 3.23, probably the biggest patch the game's had in years, if not ever. Everything's different. We've got a mini-map for a start. Like, the list, I could try and like list everything, but the list truly does go on. If you want to see everything that's changed, I'll put a playlist link in the description and a commentation if you want to catch up and see everything that's changed. But long story short, if you kind of only visit Star Citizen occasionally just to see how the development of the project is going, really jump in, because 3.23 seems, or 0.1 we're on now, seems really stable. Performance seems good. They've made tweaks to AI, which I still need to test out. It was a little bit iffy to begin with, but apparently they fixed that. There's new missions. There's lots of quality of life changes. There's a freaking map. I have to show this because I know a lot of people who've played Star Citizen immediately go, well, what's up with the map? But look, it's changed. It's new and it's better. It's really good. So, yeah, anyway, like, honestly, if you haven't checked it out in a while, now's a good time to jump in. And I'm really happy with the server performance I've been running in lately. I've had previously on patches when they go live, before they hit the 0.1 or 0.2 patch, they're a little not unstable, but they're like, I can't get through 2-3 hours without something happening where it disrupts the recording of the video. I've been recording videos, and I've not really had any major issues that stop me making the videos, so it's really awesome. It's still an alpha, and yeah, I'm kind of starting to feel like I'm playing it like a game rather than an alpha, and that's really exciting. For me, I think the convention hall being in Area 18 is probably the best, because I love the nostalgic feel of Area 18 for me personally. At some point, it'll probably get updated, I imagine, maybe. But there's something really nostalgic with Area 18 for me. It just feels like... It just brings back memories of, like, years and years ago when we first got access to this area. And it was just, like, never seen anything like it, ever. Because if you don't know, the whole planet is a city, which is nuts. But yeah, here we go. Woohoo! Convention center. So I should say, actually, every other day there's a new... Oh, I'll show you in a minute. There's a whole new selection of ships and things to check out. So what we will do is every other day just go for a tour and check things out. In between that, we'll check out the new ships and, you know, show some updates and gameplay. But as you can see, May 17th, we've got RSI, Origin, Argo, Constellated Outland. Oh, we might actually see the new Argo today then. Sweet. We've got Misk, Mirai, Crusader, and Tumbrel on the 19th and 20th. Aegis Dynamics on... Aegis? Pronunciation, man. It's hard, isn't it? May 21st and 22nd. I always call it Aegis. Aegis? It's like the same thing. Anyway, that's May 21st and 22nd. Anvil Aerospace, 23rd and 24th. And then the finale... is the 27th, 28th, 29th. I believe we also then have Drake Defense Con, which is its own separate thing, with specifically just Drake. And then we have the incredible Alien Week later on down the line, which could be quite exciting this year. I don't know anything, but I just got a feeling. Love these little models here. Definitely feels like a convention center. And that's awesome. You got the little statue here, look. Actually, there's a little clip. So, during the week, they were doing testing of the servers, but the halls weren't open for me. And there was a weird situation. I'll put up a screenshot of where people were just lying there, passed out because they were dying of thirst and hunger, which was hilarious. Waiting to look at the Polaris, but yeah, we've got the F8 here, F8 Lightning, sorry. You can see this is the nice paint edition though. Imagine if we could buy that Instacop. Right, let's get in and take a look. Convention hall. Hello. There's a few people just turning up. Wonderful. I'm excited. I will be using the controller today because it's nice and smooth panning shots. Like I say, if you've never seen these kind of videos before, oh my goodness, I can see the Polaris already. Holy, this is cool. Basically, it's, like I said, massive convention hall, and what we do is check out ships and kind of lead on to other videos. Oh my word. I'm actually a little speechless. Like, for real. Okay. So I've seen pictures of this thing, and I've seen screenshots of, you know, in-game through Star Citizen. But that is absolutely huge. Oh. It's actually awesome. I actually can't get over how cool that looks. That is something else. We'll get to everything else in a minute, but you know what? It's so much, I say, thicker than I imagined. I think it's hard to gauge perspective from like videos in space, you know. But when it's actually in front of you, it actually. Oh, and look at these engines. Oh, they've done a fantastic job here. Okay. It's way bigger than I actually thought it was going to be. Look how small that man is. Look at the very small man. Or lady. Isn't that... Oh my word. And to think, like, so, for context, it's kind of 890 jump scale. I don't know if it's actually bigger or not, but it feels larger than the 890 jump. I don't know. I think it protrudes in certain areas more than the 890 maybe, but that is something else. Okay, so we won't be able to go inside today, which I'm massively sad about, but it's almost like, I think they're quite far along in the development. They've obviously got, you know, certain stages to hit. Oh, look at the detail. Like they're gonna get detail like this. Look, this is just landing gear inside. So it's obviously not finished yet. So they're not gonna show you half of the built ship. But I absolutely love the outside, and it is a real treat to see this like just hanging out. Oh my word. So how do you get in? Obviously we're not gonna be able to open any doors or anything. But look at the size of the landing gear. That is ridiculous. I don't know. This looks like maybe it comes down or something. Ah, we won't know. Now, the really cool thing I think about the Polaris, and I've got one, FYI. Let me know in the comment section if you've got one, if you bought one already. But one of the really cool things about it is the hangar. So we're going to have to do some trickery here with the camera to actually take a look at it. But, oh my word, that is ridiculous. It's so imposing. It looks massive. Right, let's do some trickery here. So we can zoom out, and then we can move the camera a little bit. Oh baby, oh that looks good, doesn't it? Hang on, we can go up as well. I think we're hitting actually that bit there. So hang on, can we go up any more? I think that's it. I can zoom out more. So on the front here, you can see we've got some missile. I think those front bits there. Oh, I can't. I'm not going to be able to show it. Maybe that's where the torpedoes come out. They kind of look closed at the moment. You see it says Polaris there. Oh, dude. Look how small I am in comparison. It's crazy. It's not easy to do this camera work, man, because, like, the game's not really designed for you to do this too much. But you got the bridge there, which at the moment is blacked out. And my favorite thing about this bridge, just looking at it now, is the fact... Oh, it's hard, sorry. There's no big metal bar along the top. Now, there is one at the bottom, but it's not like the Connie. So if you look at the Connie over here, so you see this bit, the frame. So it's really intrusive when you're flying the ship. This one doesn't seem... The Polaris here doesn't seem like it has that issue. Obviously, it's much bigger as well. But man, that is quite an awesome looking bridge. I want to see if I can see the hangar. So let's just see if I can move the camera along here. We're getting a bit of detail from the top. Let's see if I can... Can I go underneath it? Is it gonna... It's kind of hard. I can't zoom out anymore, guys. Haha! You can't stop me, Chris. I'm a genius. There we go. Oh, beautiful. So you see... Oh, I figured it out. So this whole section you're looking at opens up and is a hangar, which is, I think, probably the coolest part about the ship. Kind of similar to the Karak, if you've ever seen that ship. But it's a little bit bigger, I think. Looks bigger anyway. Oh, I'm so happy I figured that out. What a smart move. Haha! Okay. I've managed... Like, I can't squeeze it in because there's too much around. But I'm very close to being able to show you the whole thing. Maybe... Hang on, just a bit. I mean, that's not a great look. I mean, that kind of is, actually. It is absolutely huge. It's a fantastic look at the ship, I have to say, because you've got the perspective of the Constellation ships, and they're big ships, you know, when you fly them. So I can't imagine what it's going to be like on the interior of the Polaris. But guys, let me know in the comment section what you think of it. I really am excited to see more development of it. I don't know exactly how far along they are with development, but it does look good, doesn't it? Oh, you know, it would have been so cool, guys, to, like, have, like, an observation deck along the top or something to, like, look down on it. I know, obviously, like, because where I'm kind of moving the camera now, it's really cool to look at the ship from this perspective, but a lot of people won't twig that a way to look at the ship in this way is to get in a different ship, hit the pilot seat, and then use the camera from that ship, which is obviously a little bit weird. Like, not everyone's going to know that, obviously. But I'm really glad I've got to show you guys, because it looks amazing. So yeah, I can't even get it in one shot, like, despite all my efforts. I'll try and, like, move around and, like, try and find a good little space to, like, see the whole ship, but it just doesn't matter where I am. It just gets, like, caught on stuff. Oh, there we go, there we go. There was, like, a good spot there for a moment. Oh, I might have done it, guys. Hang on. No. Oh, I think I just about managed it. It's so big, though. There's no way to get it all in shot. Right, there we go. Oh, man, that's really tough. I think I should have a good thumbnail there for you guys. If not, I mean, like, that says it all right there, actually. Anyway, the nice thing about what we're doing here today is they've got, like, a concept tour as well. So yeah, but if you want to see videos on the Constellation series, I've got loads. We've got the Taurus, the Phoenix, Aquila, and oh, there's another one, Andromeda. There we go. I knew there was one I was forgetting. But yeah, holy. Yeah, so if you don't know, the downstairs is concept stuff. And before we get to the new medivac vehicle, which I really want to talk about, there's a lot of interesting stuff about that, I want to say. This is your concept tool. Is it going to be... We got the G12 from Origin. This is a really sleek looking land vehicle. which I feel like is due to come out fairly soon, but I don't know. The G12A, sorry. Just going to have another... Here we go. We got the Perseus. I've got this ship as well. This one, in my eyes, looks a lot more battleship because it's more angular. It looks kind of quite naval in that respect. I really like this ship, so I'm really looking forward to that coming out. That's also in my hangar. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it when we finally get to see that. And then we've got the Zeus Mark II MR. So this is a variant of the Zeus. I felt like this was really close to coming out based on what they were saying, and then I kind of get the impression it's not coming out until much later in the year. So in my opinion, it's quite upsetting, but maybe the variants are at different stages. I don't know. But yeah, some really cool concepts. The Perseus. Want that. So in here, we've got the rest of the RSI lineup. So we've got the... Usually they have like all of the variants, but they've kind of reduced that this year. So we've got the Aurora, which is a really nice starter ship, actually. I kind of really like it. And you can do a lot with this little guy. There's a lot of different variants as well. And then you got the Mantis Introduction ship, which has got a bit of a change. It's actually quite cool in there. I hope they redo this ship, because I feel like, as cool as it is, the interior is a bit basic. At least for compared to like what we've got now. It's quite clinical in here, actually. But yeah, I quite like the visibility. It's quite nice, isn't it? Simple little introduction ship. Here we've got the Lynx. This was a fairly new vehicle, which is for some reason having some weird issues. It's not like that when you have the ship. But this is a really nice luxury ship. Part of the RSI Phoenix. So this comes with it. But yeah, it's like a really nice interior. It's like a VIP ship. It's got some really nice detailing in it. Like, for example, I think one of my favorite things is that actually the windows. It's got like this little texture etched into it. And the, like the LEDs. It's really sleek looking. I really love it. And then we've got just the Ursa, I believe. Is there a specific Ursa rover? Yeah. So this is your military variant. So a couple of seats. You got the door that opens up there, which is neat. Again, the wheels look a bit weird. But yeah, I really like the Ursa. It's kind of a nice ship in general. And here we have the ambulance of Star Citizen, the Ursa medivac, or as I like to call it, and many other people, the Nurser. Because it's like it's an Ursa, but it's also like a nurse. But man, this interior is looking freaking compact. Holy, so you got a lot of like doors and handles. There was a recent video on it. Gotta say, they did a great job with this interior. So we've got the med bed, which is what I want to talk to you guys about. So now, conveniently or not, I should say, they've added... While I look at all the components here. Oh, I love the animations in this game. That's cool. They've added the ability to respawn from any medbed with like, and the higher tiers, you can be further away from it, which is kind of a weird thing, but hey, that looks like a cupboard. That's not a cupboard. Come on. Outrageous. Oh wait, maybe it was a cupboard. I feel like that looks like a prompt I'm hitting, but no. Well, I'm sitting down. I didn't mean to do that. So you can now respawn, and I'll make a video of this in the future showcasing it, because it's actually in the game now, I believe. It's really nice. You can respawn from any bed. So the kind of death of a spaceman is it's weirdly a little bit redundant at the moment, because they haven't got other features like the materials used to create the clone of yourself. So we need to implement into Star Citizen what I'm calling clone juice. And it needs to be a material that you need to top up and refine or craft. I don't know how you craft clone juice. Don't really want to talk about it, to be honest, but yeah. I think that would be like a cool addition. I kind of find it weird how there's weapons on the top of this. I mean, I understand it's kind of like a medical ship, but maybe it would be better served to have like a radar on it or something. I don't know. so you can find people. That's kind of a weird choice to me, but yeah, really awesome vehicle in general. I am looking forward to parking this outside bunkers and no longer caring about the fact that if I die in that bunker, it's going to set me back half an hour. I'll literally spawn in the bed outside and I can get back to what I was doing. Interestingly, you could definitely fit a Mirai Pulse in here and do that. So again, oh man, I really like this small thing here, but I really like these lights. I really love the texture on that. That's cool. Yeah. Anyway, so let me know what you think of that change, and then I'll follow up with a video later on. And then over this side, we've got the Scorpius and the Scorpius Antares, both of which are Antares, and both of which really good fighters that look like X-Wings, look really cinematic, and are actually pretty powerful as well. So, yeah, I should say actually, you can rent these if you want to. So you just go up to the ship, hit F, I believe. Is that how you do it? Or you do it on the keypad? That was the suggestion I had last year. Oh my goodness, they actually, I don't know if they took my advice, but this was advice I put out there. Rather than doing it up at the ship, where like you're trying to interact with the ship to check it out, and you were hitting weird bits, and then you were renting it, it's now here on this. Okay, I don't know if that was advice I gave them, or they heard it from me, but that is definitely advice I've given in the past, and that is a fantastic change. So good. I'm so happy about that. Oh, is that the garage door? I don't know. I need to see more videos of it. I can't, it's so big, man. I need it. I need it. Okay, I'm actually really excited about this haul, because I think in this haul is probably one of the best ships to be added into the game, quite honestly. And I'll talk about why in a minute. There it is. Let's go straight to it. It's called the MPU. I think it's called the MPU Tractor? MPU Tractor. I'm definitely renting one of these. And it's a simple, small ship that has a tractor beam on it. But the reason why I think this is going to be... What's that? Oh, just rent. The reason why I think this is going to be so good is because you're going to be able to leave this in your personal hangar. So eventually we're going to have a personal hangar. And you're going to be able to just use this as a little cargo moving, tractor beaming ship. And it's not going to take up loads of room in the hangar. And it's like, it doesn't get in, knock things like when these bits here move up, like they go upwards, right? It's got such a slim profile. It's like the perfect little ship for moving stuff around. I love it. And there's actually one on the back as well. And I want, can you attach stuff to here? I don't know, because this one's obviously got one on. But that's like a module. Where's the thing for this? So this is called a personnel. Oh, so that's like a personnel thing. So it looks like you can fit. Yeah, see, this is new. They've updated that from last time. Definitely. The lighting's changed. That never used to look so clean. And then you've got the... So what's this version? I love these little Argo ships. Argo's just a great brand in general. Weird stutter going on right now. I'm not gonna lie. There we go. Fixed. So this is the cargo edition. So this is for your cargo? Small cargo inside? But then I'm pretty sure you can attach like SCU containers on the bottom of this one. So, yeah. They've done a fantastic job with this. I think this might be my favorite edition. Because we don't have the Polaris. So this wins. I really quite like the simplicity of this little tractor. This is a great ship. You should definitely buy this one. When we all get our own personal hangars, this is going to be clutch for moving cargo in and out of ships and stuff. It's going to be really useful. Next to it here, we've got the Origin 325A, which is like a combat ship. Yeah, so this is a little combat. It doesn't fly all that well. It's not the most sleek of movers, but the interior is really nice. Have a little look here. Yeah, like the interior here is actually really sleek, and you can customize it as well. It's kind of like a car. On the website, you can buy one and like add lots of additions. I've actually got a video on that. I'll put a connotation to that video. It's a pretty neat video, actually. So that's quite cool. Obviously, the game will look a bit different because it's changed so much in this patch, but yeah, the ship will be the same. And then you've got the little version here. This one is called 300? 125A. Yeah, there's lots of variants of the Origin ships, actually. And this one is kind of like your little caravan. You've got a little space for some cargo. You've got your simple bed and your pilot seat, obviously. So, very small ship. Can fit in a lot. On the other side, you've got the recently added SUV. Is it SUV? SRV, sorry. SUV. Which is a giant tractor beam for moving ships. We don't have really much gameplay for this yet. Like mission-wise, I think that would be cool if there was like missions to go and collect ships and bring them back to certain areas, but that's not in yet. But it's a very cool ship, and the interior is actually one of the best. I have to show it now. So yeah, you've got like this really nice little basically it's like a recovery vehicle. So imagine you can see your ship hanging out at the back here, and then you and the pilot that crashed sits in the seat. It's just a wonderful time. Did they reduce the chairs? I swear these were like full-size benches. I don't know if they've changed it. Did they change it? Or am I just remembering wrong? Anyway, you got your shower, you got some space for cargo, obviously your bed. I really like the interior of the ship. It's like the perfect size for like very small solo gameplay, but also can have a few people with you if you want. And then finally, I think we've got the Delta on display, which I don't think I've flown all that much, if at all. So this is a little combat ship. So if you don't know, this ship used to have a design, and then they kind of reworked it and updated it. I kind of prefer the old design. The reason why is because it had much thicker and bigger wing things, and it actually used to land on them. Now, obviously, it lands on the wheels, which is fine. I mean, it's practical, whatever. But yeah, so it used to have massive, like, landing legs, and these would fold. It basically wouldn't fold, and it would just sit on the floor. I guess because these are completely flat. Wasn't all that practical for space flight and whatever, but I actually prefer the old design a lot more. This design is fine in its own right, whatever, but I missed the original design, and I didn't have a video on that, but I've seen videos back in the day, and it looked way cooler. Changed my mind. Alright guys, before we go any further, I just want to take a look at the website, see how much stuff costs, and take a little look. So there we have our first look at the MPU tractor, which I've just edited the video, and the more I look at that thing, the more I love it. It's going to be so cool. So you got the four manufacturers here. You got a highlight of the Ursa. Convince me otherwise. Polaris, it does say your last chance to get it at the current price. So let's have a look at the prices. Now, this is interesting because RSI obviously have the Apollo medivac selection of ships, and they're like air ambulances essentially. So it's heavily designed in the medical gameplay, and this is going to be like a really, really popular ship when it drops. But it wasn't in a concept hall, and we haven't seen any information in a long time, which is surprising because it's RSI, and I know they're working on RSI, but we haven't seen any information. So maybe that's coming soon. Maybe with 4.0 and Pyro, that would be a good angle for them to release it, but £264 is the price of that. And obviously you got the triage version. Really like this red and the kind of design of that one. I don't really know what the differences are, but the window of that one looks much better. You've obviously got your starter ship, you've got the Andromeda, the Aquila, the Phoenix, which is a great ship, apart from the hot tub doesn't work. Fix the hot tub, Chris. Why is the hot tub not? I know it's there. I've physically seen that just the thing doesn't open anymore. But if you remove that, There is a hot tub underneath. I've seen it with my own eyes. Anyway, as if Chris is like, yep, okay, we'll write that down, Ollie. Don't worry, we'll get on that right now. If only. I'll just call him up. Yo, Chris. Phoenix. What's up with that? Anyway, it's a fantastic ship, and it is probably one of the most iconic ships in the game. I'll move on. Taurus. Chris, if you are watching, hello. Nice to meet you. Constellation Taurus here. This is the cargo variant. This is actually a really practical ship to have in the game. It's got a massive garage, and you can do a lot of stuff with it. It's powerful, it's tanky, multi-crew. Really, really good ship. So, yeah, I quite like that one. You've got the Lynx here. Fancy land vehicle, luxury rover. You got the Mantis that we saw. 150 for a Mantis seems expensive, but I feel like they need to do a pirate version of this. Or Drake needs to do... They need a Drake variant of the Mantis. I think that would be good. And then you've got the Perseus. See what I mean? It's just a lot more angular and a bit more naval. If that makes sense. But yeah, you can see it smashing through a hammerhead. I think the design brief is it can literally charge at stuff, which sounds amazing. And then you have the Polaris. You've got the torpedoes flying. This is obviously not an up-to-date image because it doesn't look anything like this anymore. But that's $750, so it's going to go up in price. So if you know you're going to buy one now because it will only go up in price. But £750 or dollars, sorry, is a lot for a spaceship in a video game. No one's trying to pretend it isn't. Then you have the Scorpius, which is expensive, but it's very iconic. And then the Antares. You've got the Ursa, which is 50, and the Ursa medivac, which I think a lot of people are going to buy because of the gameplay implications, and I think $60 is an absolute steal. The Zeus Mark II MR, so yeah, like I say, interdiction, bounty hunting ship, 190. Okay. Interesting they don't have the other Zeus ships here. Interesting. Would have thought they would have. I suppose it's like more military, this event. So, yeah. There we go. That was today. We got... No, it wasn't. That's just RSI. My bad. We've got the 125A, $60. That's actually a pretty good price, to be fair. You got the 325A. I think that's pretty reasonable, actually. The G12A. Again, I feel like this is due to come out soon. This image looks new, so maybe it's further along. But there are no roads in Star Citizen yet. When we have roads, I mean at the distribution centers, but like between locations, maybe that will make a bit more sense because it doesn't look like it goes off road very well. So yeah, that's everything from Origin. Then you've got Consolidated Outland. You've just got the Delta from them. It's not the best Mustang. In the turn, like, I want the original. Can we have the original, please? Chris, if you'll come back, Chris, please bring out a classics series, okay? Marketing will love it because you can bring back the classics and everyone will want the classics. You can keep the new version, but then remaster the classics. Double the price. Cashola. You're welcome. Everyone's yelling at me to stop. Anyway. Argo. What is that? I don't like the Argo logo. I don't know if that's just me. No offense to whoever made it. I'm sure it's to brief, but it's not my thing. This is a really cool screenshot, actually. There's actually a thing for it. Oh, yeah, so you can carry cargo and load stuff up. Look at that. Oh, it's so cool. Loading up the whole sea here, it looks like. Yeah, man. That's neat. So it's just a simple utility vehicle. But I really, really think that a lot of people are going to buy it and use it. Especially in their hangars. Because the sort of thing can fly around your hangar. Especially if you have a big hangar. It can fly around your hangar and it's not going to feel like, you know, you're causing mayhem in your hangar. Oh man, the dirty version. Filthy. How much is it though? That is my question. 9 meters long. Paints available. Ooh. Alright, let's check out the paints. Factory standard. Sunlight. Oh, little bumblebee. That is... See, the thing is, with Argo ships, I love the orange, but then their ships always look good in any colour. Then we've got... that's sunlight. Storm grey. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then Firebrand, which I actually quite like as well. Damn it. What would I go for? I think I might go for the yellow, but it just feels wrong to change the colour of an Argo ship because the orange is so iconic. I mean, you get it. It's a war bond package thing. How much is it? 33 for that tractor. So war bonds 33, 38.40 to buy it with like cash. Oh, you can buy the little trio. Oh, that's tempting. Damn it. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Let's go back here. You got the SRV, which is 165. The tractor, which is 40. Personnel's 40. That's 35. Yeah. Tempting. Anyway, guys, I'm going to head back to the convention center. Not really, but I've edited because I did the outro. So here we go. But yeah, that is the convention hall today. Obviously, stay tuned for more convention hall updates throughout the week. Massive ship in the hall today. Check it out. The Polaris. It is absolutely something else. And I'm so desperate to get a look at it. I'm going to follow up this video with a view of the flyover that this ship will do. And yeah, make sure you subscribe. If it's up on screen now, go click that video. That is that. So we'll see it out in flight. If not, it'll be another random video you guys should totally watch. But until then, go watch the Polaris with me. It's going to be great. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.